Lonnie Bennett from Real Talk. Hey, Coach, how you doing, man?
Doing good, man.
Doing
Blessed.
good.
Thank you.
Hey, first of all, I'm glad to be here. You give me this opportunity to interview you and your big offensive lineman here. Now, Coach, I read something where I know the school was established in 1972, but in the past 31 years, there's only been 3 head coaches.
Right.
Mickey Lindsay, your father, which is Kent
Yes,
Smith,
sir.
and you. Okay? Let's get right to it. Why don't you take me back to that little boy that was a ball boy at Pace High School and bring me up to where we are right now.
I can remember 2nd grade was the first year my dad let me be on the sideline, and I was a water boy for the JV. And he told me if I could handle that, then the next year I could be the water boy for the varsity. And so I busted my butt, filling up water bottles, coolers, you name it. And then starting in 3rd grade, I've been on the sideline all the way up until I graduated my senior year. When I got to middle school, I was a ball boy. Got to play here. First time I ever played football was in 9th grade. I played for a guy named Robert Freeman, one of the best football coaches I had ever had, even up until college. So played all 4 years here. We were very successful on varsity. I think I lost 5 games in 3 years. My senior year, we went to the semifinals. The regional semifinals, got beat by Nice. We got beat by them my sophomore year also. Went to school, played at Auburn. Got hurt while I was there, and did my last year there. I did a student assistant type deal, and figured out I wanted to go in coaching. Got a job in Birmingham, Alabama after that. Coached there for 3 years. And then when my dad got the head job here, I came back, and that was 9 years ago.
9 years ago. So every young guy, every young man, I know I can vouch for that. Man, they want to follow in their father's footsteps. They want to be just like their dad.
Right.
And did that have something to do with your coaching?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, man. I always thought my dad had the coolest job in the world, because as a kid, man, these kids were like, the high school kids were NFL players to me. And I looked up to them, and just being around ball and loving football, I knew pretty quickly I wanted to do something. Everybody thinks they're going to play in the league one day. When I got to school at Auburn, I realized pretty quickly it probably wasn't going to be my future, because those guys in the SEC are pretty good. But I knew I wanted to do something with football, and fell in love with high school football. I think it's still very pure, and so just giving back to kids and helping kids and serving kids, I realized pretty quickly that's what I wanted to do. But yeah, my dad had a big influence on that, no doubt.
Okay, so you go to Auburn as that War Eagle.
Yeah, that's right.
War Eagle. You become interested in coaching. Your dad gets the head coaching job here at, is it here at Pace? Or
Yeah.
it
was at Pace.
It was at
Yeah,
Pace.
yeah.
All right, but before he got the head coaching job at Pace, he coached at Jay, is that right?
That's right.
Right,
Yeah.
but he did 22 years here at Pace.
Yes,
as
sir.
an assistant.
He was a defensive coordinator for Coach Lindsay. I think 18 of the 22 he was here. And so, and Pace it had a few years there where, the early 2000s, they were pretty dominant. And you get to the early 2010s, they'd taken a fall. I don't think anybody's to blame for that, but then, him coming back, we were trying to get Pace back to where it was. And, last year we had a really good year, we went 10-2. And so I think, that was a good note for him to retire on. And, we had a lot of talent last year, so we've lost some. Some of those guys are back. But I think he tried to leave it better than he found it. And to a certain degree, I think he did that.
I was looking at your dad's picture. I was studying a little bit earlier, and he reminds me of Sunbelt Billy. You know who Sunbelt Billy is?
I don't know who that is.
That's Billy Napier.
Oh yeah,
He kind of reminds. And Billy Napier's got this thing say, "You like that?" I love to hear him, like, 'cause I'm a big Gator fan. But your dad reminds me of him, man. And what is the biggest leadership lesson that you picked up from your dad, that your dad taught you, and that you've thus passed it on to your players?
I think one thing, there's several. One is he treated all the kids the same. It didn't matter if it was the star running back. It didn't matter if it was a D1 kid or the kid that was never going to get to play. He tried his best to treat him as fair as he possibly could and treat him as his son and love on him and take care of him. And the other thing is he was consistent. And you know, sometimes those two weren't in the same. It didn't matter who it was. They didn't do what they're supposed to do. Then there's going to be consequences. And just show up every day and work. Didn't matter what was going on in your life. If they're dealing with stuff, you just show up and you go to work. And you know, I think a lot of ways the way that he led not just the kids but also men on staff. He set a good Christian example. He's a man of God. And so there's a lot of things that have influenced the way that I coach and the way that I want to try to lead. Is a lot of that I'm just trying to lead the way he would and ask myself, what would my dad do in this situation, and try to make a wise decision.
That's good, Coach. So, in other words, man, I mean, hearing you talk, man, I know you think a lot of your dad, and I hope my sons think a lot of me as well and feel the same way. Now, you basically are fathers to these kids because you probably spend a lot of time with these offensive linemen. What is the most important lesson that you think that they've picked up in this year, leading up to this year, under your leadership?
I think intensity would be one. Offensive line is a unique position to where they're in a battle every play. There's no plays off to where there's not a collision and it's not violent. And I think to do that, you've got to approach it a certain way, and there's a certain mindset that you've got to have to have. And I told them when I took the job, we got to get the rest of the team to think like offensive linemen. And I think they're trying to help me do that. They're the guys, they know this, but they're the ones I'm leaning on as leaders, not just as an offense, but the entire team, and the toughness that we play with here, and the intensity and the way that we're nasty in the way that we play the game. And so, you know, these guys are extremely important to what we're trying to do here. And they know at the end of the day that they're my guys, but they're also got to help me bring the team along to have that same mindset as we do as offensive linemen.
Okay, that's good, because man, the way listening to you make me want to suit up.
Huh?
Listen, tight end to O-line coach.
Right.
How did that happen?
Well, when I got to Auburn, and I started running routes. My freshman year, I did play tight end at Auburn. We had a staff change. Coach Tuberville got let go. Coach Gene Chiswick came in, and Coach Gus Malzahn, who's now the offensive coordinator at Florida State, was the head coach at UCF. He came in as the offensive coordinator my sophomore year at Auburn, and we didn't have any depth at offensive tackle, and this is before the portal. And so they needed me. They asked me if I'd be willing to put on some weight and move the offensive line, and I did. Which, you know, in high school under Coach Lindsey, we didn't throw the ball a whole lot anyway, and a tight end was basically just an extra tackle. And so, you know, that's the reason why I went to Auburn, because I was blocking. It wasn't because of my pass catching ability. And so it was a pretty easy transition for me. And I worked under a guy named and played for a guy named Jeff Grimes, who's the offensive coordinator at Wisconsin now. He was my offensive line coach in college, and I just fell in love with it, man. And the technical aspect of it, I think, is unique to offensive line play, is how much technique is important to that. And, you know, it's just, I jumped in and fell in love with it and then never looked back.
I mean, that says a lot about your leadership as well. What if someone said to you, Coach, if the offensive line go, we go? What do you have to say about that?
I think there's a lot of truth in that. As a matter of fact, these guys, we've talked about that with the skill guys. If they see us working our butt off, then they're going to follow suit. And they know that that's the standard here. And so, you know, we lead the way in that. And not just because they're bigger and it makes them more intimidating. I don't think it's that at all. I think it's just the fact they see these guys that are fighting the heat just like they are, with another 100 pounds added onto it. And I think that makes a big difference. I think it does help our skilled guys, our running backs, our receivers. Because if you watch pace, the receivers block also. And I think, you know, the way that these guys try to finish blocks, I think it encourages the receivers and running backs when they're blocking to do the same thing.
All right. Let me ask you something. These guys have a name? Do you guys have a name for this group of guys?
We break it down on hogs.
On hogs?
Yeah, but we don't have a specific name. You know, hogs, I guess, would be, yeah.
Well, I'm bad with names. I coached football back, and I was bad with names. and I messed up a kid's name, and man, that mother went up one side and down there. So what I started doing, I came up with my own name for every kid. I could remember it like that. And I was studying these guys, looking at other stuff. Everything starts at school at the front office.
Right.
And that's what I call these guys, hashtag the front office.
Mm-hmm. I like it.
I've been in the office a few times. I know what's going on, some good stuff and some bad stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
when I write about you guys, it's going to be hashtag the front office.
I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
I like it.
Now, Coach, you took over from your dad.
Mm-hmm.
What do you contribute to the success that you had in this past year? I mean, you guys played some good football, and I still don't understand why you guys wasn't allowed to go further. Was it a conflict of schedule? Can you elaborate on that a little bit?
As far as
in the playoff or the district, you guys were 8-2,
yeah,
but you were only 3-1 in the district, right?
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years
Okay.
ago we were 8-2. We didn't win. Navarre beat us, so they were district champs, and we didn't get an at-large bid because our strength of schedule was bad. Last year we were 9-1 in the regular season. We got beat by Catholic, and then we won out, and then got beat in the second round by Buchholz. Didn't play real well. We thought we should have got a home game with us being district champions and going 9-1. The state didn't see it that way, so we had to go on the road in the second round. Probably played the worst game we had played all year, and it's still a close ball game. It's just unfortunate it ended that way. But last year's group was a special group. I think there's a lot of things that contributed to that. Some of these guys played a big role in our leadership, but Ben Tyner, our quarterback, did a great job for us, and he was a leader of men. And then on the other side of the ball, Tylon Lee, he was a big leader for us also. And it's going to hurt losing guys like Ben and Tylon. And there's some guys ready to step up. But I think those two guys, along with Joseph Skipworth, who's playing at Mississippi State now, Carson Lowe's another name that comes to mind as far as leaders go. But we just had a great group of kids, man, that cared about each other, loved each other, played hard for each other, and it was a special year.
Okay. Now, in the classroom,
Mm-hmm.
I know you have no problem with these guys.
No.
These guys, they look the part.
Yeah,
They look the part. Have you had any challenges though? You know, starting up with the spring, any challenges, anything that you had to address that could probably derail you know what I'm saying, your mission a little bit? And how do you handle that, Coach?
Every day, as a head coach, something's going to come up.
Right.
And some of it's big, some of it's small. But, you know, I'm blessed to be at a place, we got great kids, man, we really do. There's very little discipline problems in the classroom that we deal with, very little academic problems that we deal with. And a lot of that has to do with their home and how they were raised and their parents. A lot of that is attributed to them. But for the most part, we have really, really good kids. And if there is something that comes up, I'll call my dad. I have a good athletic director that's very wise, Coach John Adams, who's been at this school. He loves it just as much, if not more than I do. He loves pace. And so I have a good support system I can fall back on. The administration's been great to me. You know, Mr. Shell, Miss Amy Filbert, the assistant principal. So I've got a good network of support that if something comes up that is a big thing that I know I can go to and they've got my back.
Okay. All right, Coach, final question. If you had to sum up, what is the pace way?
I think it's hard to put it, you know, just one thing. I'd probably say relentless effort would be kind of what pace has been built on. That and really physicality. And this room that we're sitting in right here is very, very significant to what we try to do. And the kids have bought into that and they believe in it. Coach Ty Wise, Grant's dad, is our strength and conditioning coach, and he does the weightlifting program here. And you know, it's a key piece to what we're trying to do is what's built in here. And the kids work their butt off in here. So I think it's pretty unique and cool that we're having this interview in here because this is what makes us go is this room right here.
Okay. So, Coach, my name is Lonnie Bennett. I'm from Real Talk, and I'm going to be your host. I got some unique information that was given to me about each one of you guys. So feel free to just be yourself. First of all, I need you guys just shake it off, man. Don't get all uptight. We ain't got no blocking assignment. All right, first thing first. I was told that one of you guys is the student body president.
That's me.
Okay, Will, that means you anchor the offensive line pretty much.
I guess you could say that, but yeah, I'm the student body president. I run pep rallies. I do all that. I guess you could say I bring the spirit to the football team. Yeah.
Being a student body president means you've got a hold and you got a tone on the entire school. Everybody knows you. Okay? So how does your leadership, being the student body president, filters over to the football field?
Really just the energy part, because my sort of thing with wanting to be the student body president was really just raising the school spirit. Last year was it wasn't that great. And also, like, my slogan for last year running was where there's a will, there's a way. So, like, the will to win football games, like the will to practice, like the will to push myself every day. I just want to do the same for these guys.
So the will, I get it. The will, get it?
Yes, sir.
Will, the will to do. That's nice. I like that. All right, this next guy, I was told, never met a food that he did not like. Is that Mason? According to my source, says Mason said the word is you never met a food you didn't like. All right, Mason. And if the team let you pick the entire post-game meal, what would be on the menu?
Oh my God.
Whatever you want.
A lot of stuff. There'd be some sushi, some steak. It'd be, literally everything. Like, I've definitely said those words before, but I looked around because I feel like I'm not the only one over here that would say that.
You care to elaborate?
I think that Grant probably likes everything too.
Yeah.
I feel like Gavin's probably the only one that's picky.
We eat a lot as a group.
Yeah.
I'd say that. We go out and eat quite a bit
You want
together.
Walker? No, I got it. But yeah, like every Thursday we'll eat before or after we have walkthroughs. Every Friday after the game we'll go and eat, and it don't matter. We'll go to Waffle House, Whataburger, Moe's. We go anywhere. So I feel like all of us could probably say that, maybe other than Gavin. He's the pickiest one for sure.
He's picky.
Pickiest one out of all of us. By picky, I mean he don't like 5 things, and we like everything. So that's the difference.
He said he had something to
All
say.
right, go ahead.
Speaking of Gavin, almost every night at 11, as soon as Whataburger starts serving breakfast, he goes.
That's his
Almost
thing.
every night.
Every night.
And according to my source, that's exactly what they say. They said that Gavin waits until 11 o'clock.
So he can get some breakfast.
Why 11 o'clock, Gavin? Why 11 o'clock?
I eat at a lot of places, so I like Whataburger breakfast. I don't know something about it, and that's just where I go. I don't know.
It don't
why I
start
would
until
do it.
11 o'clock, so he's got to.
Yeah, I gotta wait. They don't open breakfast till 11 o'clock.
So you're a breakfast guy.
Oh yes, sir.
All right. So what do you have? Give me an exact menu.
I get myself like a honey butter chicken biscuit and like a bacon, egg, and cheese taquito, maybe a Diet Dr. Pepper, something like that.
A diet, Dr. Pepper?
Yes, sir.
Why diet and all these
I'm not gonna
calories?
lie, I like the taste better. I think it tastes better than the regular one.
That's crazy.
Okay.
That's not that crazy to say.
That's crazy. That's crazy thing to say.
Okay. The next, my source gave me a tidbit on this next guy. Said he likes Fruit Loops.
That sounds like Chance Berry.
That sounds like Chance is free.
Fruit Loops.
Mm-hmm.
What's up with you and Fruit Loops?
I don't know. I've been eating them since. That was like my first year. Like been kind of eating. I just always ate it since. So every morning.
So if Fruit Loops was the only thing you had to eat pre-game,
Mm-hmm.
how many bowls?
I'd say solid 3.
3 bowls?
Yeah. Because like I don't know. Just like all the flavors that mix together just makes it perfect. Like I've ate 5 bowls before at once.
Wait, I have something to say. He said all the flavors mixed together. Isn't it just multiple different fruits?
They're all one.
It's one flavor, bro.
So,
one flavor.
so what other flavors?
Well, I'm saying like from the milk and the cereal. It just really
That's
goes
real
together.
complicated flavors, bro.
They're both sweet, guys.
Milk's not sweet.
No Tony the Tiger?
Huh?
Why not Tony the Tiger?
Oh, I do like Frosted Flakes, but just I think Fruit Loops is better.
What's your top 3 cereal?
Fruit Loops. Wow. I probably say Honey Nut Cheerios and then Frosted Flakes.
Wow.
But where's like Cinnamon Toast Crunch at?
Where's Fruity Pebbles?
Fruity Pebbles is not that good.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Wow.
So this guy, he's got an unpopular opinion.
Okay, according to my source, this next individual is a pitcher on the baseball team.
He came. He wasn't. He's not here
He's
today.
not here today.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Now, this next guy, I was told by a reliable source that he likes old school music.
That's probably me.
That is you. So Grant, what's on your playlist in your truck right now?
I probably listen to some Nirvana or some AC/DC. I like listening to Creed, Alice in Chains.
I like
There are
that.
a couple.
He's
bands
a band?
I listen to.
I
Yeah.
put him on to the Cranberries,
No, you didn't.
on to Zombie. If you
My
know,
mom
you
put me
know.
on the Cranberries.
If you know, you know. That's my song.
Nobody knows. Nobody.
That's my song, bro.
Okay, Grant, if you're given the responsibility of creating the playlist, the pregame playlist, what would it sound like? What are you guys gonna come out on?
It'd be all Metallica. Probably come out to For Whom the Bell Tolls.
It would be an awesome playlist.
Yeah.
Rock is so awesome. Come out to.
They show him the shirt. Talk about the shirt.
Yeah, our shirt is based off the Metallica.
Who
Ride the
designed
Lightning.
Who designed that?
Coach Vance did.
Coach Vance.
Under whose influence?
It's probably everybody.
Yeah, that's probably most of us. I think most of
Because
us.
we all like,
We all like
whenever we're in
that.
here, especially in the weight room, we go and put like, he'll have his phone in here and we'll put songs on and he eventually adds them to his playlist. So it's like our playlist now, basically.
Yeah.
Okay, that being said, who's the best dancer?
Not Chance.
Gavin
Bush.
Bush.
Yeah, but it's
It's
not
not
Gavin.
Gavin
It's
Bush.
not Gavin.
It is
It's not-
Gavin
it's not
Bush.
Chance.
Hey,
It's
it-
Gavin Bush.
I can just tell you who it isn't, and it's not Chance.
It's not Chance.
Great dancer,
Bear.
yo.
Nah, we're not really good at dancing.
Yeah,
That's right, that's
Gavin,
right.
Gavin's really good at dancing.
There's a
Eating's
guy named
more of
Mind
our thing, for
Rambo.
sure.
That's who I'd give that to. Mind Rambo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Shout out to Mind Rambo.
Shout out mine. Okay, fella. Now that we've gotten that out the way, what inspired you to play offensive line? And who has been one of your biggest influences in doing so? Anybody?
I'd say for me, I just always been big, so I always got put on the line. But besides that, my dad played center. He played at Washington High School, and then he played at Miami for a couple years, and then was in the league for a little while. And he's always kind of pushed me and helped me become the player that I am today.
Okay.
Well, ever since I was like 4 or 5, I used to love watching J.J. Watt. And whenever I was younger, I played defensive line and offensive line because I played for like a small school. I played at J up the road. That's where I went and played Little League. But ever since then, it was probably him because my dad never really played, like he didn't really play high school football. He was like on and off. My mom didn't really play any high school sports. So I feel like J.J. Watt was probably someone who inspired me. But then eventually I got slow enough and big enough where I was only an offensive lineman. So then I transferred here and then it kind of just like sprouted up for there. But that's my inspiration.
So where'd you get your size?
I don't know. Because my mom is like 5'7", 5'8". My dad's like 5'9".
Okay.
I'm 6'6".
Somewhere down the line,
I guess so.
huh? All right.
And y'all want to say who inspired y'all?
Yeah. So I grew up in Baldwin County, Robertsdale, and I grew up watching those games. They weren't always the best, but always like the center, like he threw it through his legs. So I was like, okay, I want to do that. So I just picked it up. I just picked it up, and then I've been playing that ever since.
So how long have you been playing center?
Since I was 8, so 9 years.
Okay. Okay. What do you?
Yeah, 9 years.
What specific skills do you think are most important for an offensive lineman, and what exercises or do you do to improve those skills?
I'd say the biggest thing for offensive linemen is having quick feet. Everybody always talks about power and size, and that's important. But if your feet aren't moving fast, then you're kind of dead in the water. So I'd say doing like foot drills, like ladders and bags and stuff, I think helps us a lot.
I think mentally, selflessness. You're not going to be the flashiest guy on the field. You're not going to be scoring touchdowns. So if you're an offensive lineman that's worried about me, you're not going to be able to be successful at the position.
I agree.
I think flexibility is a big part. Coach Vance always talks about like bending and stuff, so always stretching. I think that's good, and it helps avoid injuries.
I would say probably being mentally tough and dealing with injuries and stuff, because you're gonna be banged up throughout the season and stuff, and you just gotta deal with it. You just kind of gotta live with it.
Well, I would say they kind of said it all. Physically wise, I agree. It's probably like footwork and technique, and it's about like your speed or like your quickness, how fast you move your feet. And then I agree with Gavin said, mentally you have to be very like selfless, because you're never going to score the touchdown. You're never going to have the breakaway run. No one's going to know who you are. But like if you looked at the NFL, how many people know the offensive linemen? Not very many, but you know how many know like the quarterbacks and the wide receivers. So people don't know who you are, but you're like very vital to the success of the team. So I agree, like mentally selflessness for sure.
So now, one question. Isn't there a running back or receiver inside there somewhere just starving to get out?
I'm not super athletic, so I don't know, maybe. I don't know, maybe.
I think all of us at one point wanted to be a skill player. We wanted to run the route or run the ball. But I think now we've kind of settled to the fact that it's not happening. So
Yeah.
we just kind of embrace what we have to do, and we do to the best of our ability.
Okay. All right, next question. What does your pregame routine look like, and how do you mentally prepare for a game?
I'd say I wake up and we have FCA on Friday, so I go to FCA. That's kind of how I start my day. And then throughout the day, I go through school. And the second school ends, it's time to flip the switch. I start thinking about my assignment, thinking about my job, thinking about the team. I start mentally preparing by going through what I'm gonna do, how I'm gonna play, and then I listen to Metallica. That's kind of one of the big things that I have to do before I go out there.
You go ahead.
Yeah, I'd say FCA is a big part of it, you know, clearing your mind, that type of stuff, and then pep rallies, like getting hyped for it. And then, like, as we're getting ready, I'll listen to, like, Slipknot or, like, Metallica or someone like that. And then, like, just mentally visualizing what I'm going to do, like Grant said.
I would say the biggest for me is probably listen to music before going out. That helps me the most, and just clear my head, think about what I gotta do and stuff like that.
Okay.
I don't got nothing.
All right.
All right, how important is communication on the offensive line? And how do you foster teamwork among your fellow teammates?
Playing offensive line, we have to work as a group. We have to be one. I think actually Florida has the saying 5=1. We have to work as a group. We have to work together. If we're not on the same page, the play's gonna be busted. If one of us misses our blocks, then it can ruin the whole play. So we have to kind of work together and be on the same page.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys take me to a game. Take me to a game when you guys' back was against the wall. Maybe a few assignments were missed and you guys were down. You guys had to dig deep and look at each other and say, "Hey, come on, fellas, we gotta step it up." And you guys stepped it up and got it done. Take me to that game. Take me to that situation.
I'd say when we get in a situation like that, it's about making in-game corrections. We have sideline video, so we can watch as we're playing, and I'd say it's just figuring out what we're doing wrong, and fixing it. Like figure out who missed a block, why they missed a block, and then just making sure that they fix that, and then we get those ironed out during the game, and we usually come out in the second half and finish the fourth quarter like we should, come out and dominate.
Yeah, I agree. Like, if we have a mishap during the game, we'll go and correct it on the sideline, and then we'll come out in the next series. Like, say we missed a block, or we give up a loss of yardage, we'll go through and we'll look at the film, we'll watch it, we'll correct it, we'll go out the next series, do it how it's supposed to be done. Usually that results in a score, and that's how we overcome that, mishap or whatever.
Okay. All right. What has been the biggest challenge you faced as an offensive lineman and how did you overcome it?
Honestly, for me, it was probably summer conditioning. You know, it's tough being a bigger guy, running a bunch of 110s, but just gotta push through it and like tell yourself this is making me better. It's gonna be all worth it in the end. So
I'd say the toughest thing is the fact that once the season starts, you're never going to be fully healthy. You're always going to be playing banged up. You're always going to have aches and bruises. Your muscles are going to hurt. But as an O-lineman, you try to show up every day, no matter how you feel, and give your best.
Coming into the season, it was looking like I wasn't going to get any playing time, start or anything like that. And mentally, it's easy to get complacent, to stop trying, to just go through the motions. So mentally, just coming to work every day and thinking about getting better on myself to put me in a position where I'm at was something I overcame, and I'm glad I did.
Now, each of you know a player on your team. You know this one player, he doesn't start. He's not the biggest person, he's not the most athletic person, but he shows up every day, great attitude. You understand what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And if you could give him an award for Mr. Hang in there, take your time. Who is that individual to you? Each one of you probably got different guys.
Everyone, we all agree it's Trevor. He's come through every day. He's memorized all our signals. He was really, at the freshman year, he was told that you're really not going to play. We don't want to injure you. You're too small. And he sat through it, and he keeps on putting on those pads and keeps showing up to practice every day and encouraging and being a good Christian leader as well.
Let me get that.
I'd say he just always has energy. No matter the day, no matter where we're at, he's always coming and bringing energy. And he's going to show up and do everything he can to try to help the team.
Well, he actually has a heart condition, which causes him to not be like as big, and he can't gain weight or anything like that. So he's really not supposed to even be playing. That's one thing. And you said not the biggest guy. Well, in fact, he's actually the smallest guy on our team probably. But he's a very good leader, like they said, especially a Christian leader. That's like one of the things he builds himself on. But he comes there every day. He's learned the signals for the offense, the defense. Special teams. He knows every player, every position, the whole depth chart. He knows every play. He signals it in whenever we're in practices. He's our guy. Like, he's the backup signaler for the coaches. So it's like he made a big impact knowing that he's not going to play. Like, he's never going to get on the field. He understands that, but he knows that he's not the biggest, he's not the strongest, he's not the most athletic. He's not the best maybe at anything, but he has the most heart, and he's probably one of the best leaders on our team. So, definitely Trevor for sure.
Okay, Trevor. So how often you guys tell Trevor this? Has anybody ever stopped and told him, how important he was and how special he is to the team?
Was it last week?
Yeah,
Coach Vance
last
talked
week.
about him.
Last Friday,
He was
we
like-
actually had a group meeting where we go over our goals, and he was talking, and other people had seemed to be laughing while he was talking, basically putting him down because he's not basically his opinion doesn't matter because he's not a starter, he's not a star player or whatever. And if one of the other players actually stood up and said, "I think we should respect him like we respect everybody else," and then Coach Vance got on it, and then we knew who it was. What I'm saying, then everyone kind of got it and was like, yeah, he's just as important as everyone else, no matter his size or his demeanor or his meaning for the team. He's important too. Don't laugh. His opinion's not funny just because he's not a star player. So yeah, we've brought it up before, but that's the most recent one I can remember.
You ever heard the comment, "A little goes a long way"?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Why don't y'all just for 1 minute, let them know how you feel, man, real quick, and we'll move on.
We love you, Trevor. We appreciate you. We thank you for showing up every day, hyping us up. We thank you for your prayers after and before practice and, before games, after games. You're a big part of the team. Just keep showing up, keep putting the work in. We appreciate you, dog.
Yeah. Love you, Trevor.
Yeah,
Who's Trevor?
He's been a good guy. I've known him since 6th grade. Shout out to you, Trevor.
That's what's up. All right. Individually, who is the toughest player that you faced in your high school career up until this point?
I'll start. So we had a kid by the name of Tylon Lee. He graduated last year, went to Florida State. I've been playing football with him since middle school, and we've gone against each other just about every practice, I think. So me and him definitely had our battles, went against each other a lot, and made each other better.
There's this guy coming up out of 9th grade that people would talk about like the boogeyman. His name was Jackson Ward. You did not want to get hit by that guy. He'd knock you unconscious. And I just remember going against him on scout team, and he was just something else, man. He was a freak.
I'm gonna shout out my boy Keegan Dickerson. You know, he didn't have like the biggest offers. He actually tore his ACL and MCL. I'm pretty
He
sure.
tore his whole knee.
Yeah. In our spring game against ourselves. So, but when he was practicing, when he was healthy, he was real good. He squatted like 600 pounds.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's the best player I've played against.
I would say for me, probably Carson Lowe, my sophomore year. You know, being a guard here, we pull a lot, and he was on the end, pulled it right around. I don't know if my head's ever been hit that hard before, landing right on my butt. And, but yeah, I'd probably say Carson Lowe.
I'm probably gonna have to agree with Grant. It's definitely Tylan Lee for me. I mean, he was a 5-star. He went to Florida State, you know. But upcoming, I was a sophomore. I hadn't really went against any varsity guys, and we're doing one-on-one pass. And you know, I wasn't the best at it then. I'm still not the best at it now, but I was setting, and he was just blowing by me, making me look like a fool in front of everybody else. You know, there was a lot of guys older than me at the time, so definitely Tylan, you know, for sure.
Now that we've got the players out of the way, who's the toughest team you faced?
Last year we played Madison County. It was a really close game. I think they're really tough. They're a tough team. They played hard. They didn't quit till the end, and we ended up winning that game. But it definitely could have went either way.
I think, yeah, it's definitely Madison County. Like toughness-wise, they were probably the toughest team we played because our thing is physicality, and I feel like that's one of their things too. So it was like who could out-physical the other team, and we came out on top. But physically, they were probably one of the most demanding teams. And then athletically, last year it was either Catholic or Buchholz. They're both very athletic teams, you know. So and we lost to both of them. So, you know.
I would say for me, probably toughness-wise, Madison County. And then also Catholic last year. Second game I ever played varsity. I struggled a lot that game, so yeah.
Probably Madison County. You know, they're real good. They fought really hard. We were down at halftime, but we kept fighting and came out on top.
They know better than I do, so I agree with Madison County. It looked like a tough game. I'll say that. I was on the sideline, but it looked like a tough game. I'll say that much. Come on.
I was too.
MGM was also another really good team. Mary G. Montgomery.
Yeah.
We beat them in overtime. They were really good last year too.
You faced those again, those guys
Yes, we
again
played
this year?
them first game of the season
At their place.
at their place. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you something. Markel, your running back,
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay.
1,200 yards.
Mhm.
How's it to block for Markel?
He definitely makes us look good.
Yeah, it's
Um,
great. It's great.
He sets up our blocks. We can miss a block sometimes, and he'll make us look good, get some yards. He runs hard. He's really good at changing directions, and he's a really solid player. That without us, he wouldn't be as good. But without him, we wouldn't be as good either.
Yeah,
So it definitely goes both
yeah.
ways.
Yeah, I think he really is his vision is really good. I feel like he can see the holes in the defense, and then he has that really good first step. I feel like he can move good, and he just runs the ball real hard and makes us look good.
Yeah, I'll say he has a very good vision for sure because he'll be following our blocks. Like say we pull it, he'll be following us, and he'll find a hole that shouldn't be there, and he'll get 10 yards out of something he's sure he got 3 out of. Or there might be somebody in the backfield because they blitz, and he breaks that tackle and breaks it for 30 yards. He's always fighting to get extra. And instead of getting 8 yards, he gets 12. Instead of getting 15, he gets 20. So that's definitely something he makes us look good because if we mess up, he's there for us, but at the same time, we set it up for him. So it's like a really good trade. Yeah, it's something.
How you said it.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Who's your quarterback this year?
Brooks Washington.
Brooks Washington.
Yes, sir.
Isn't it true last year you guys only gave up?
1 sec.
As an O-line, we gave up 0 sacks. We had
As a team, we gave up one
As a team, we gave 1.
because of our H-back.
How does that make you feel, fellas? I mean, how does that make you feel? No sacks. Let's just say no sacks.
I mean, it's a great feeling. Our number one goal is protecting the quarterback.
Right.
So if we can go a whole season without giving up a sack, it's awesome. I mean, we did our job, and our quarterback last year, Ben Tyner, he definitely made some plays with his legs too. It would have been a sack, but we worked well together, and we did a pretty good job.
Okay. So what are the expectations for the offensive line this year? You guys got a grueling schedule. Andalusia, Catholic, Milton. You guys got a grueling schedule. What's the expectations?
I'd say as an O-line, just get better every day. Keep getting better, work together.
I'll say as an O-lineman, it's probably like win the day, but that's like a whole team thing. So like no matter who we're against or what we're doing that day, whether it's in school, whether it's on the football field, win the day. You know, because you get something else.
I'd say that there's a standard that's been set of O-line play at Pace High School. We're going to be the nastiest group of people on the field.
Right.
And I just say that every year we just got to live up to that standard.
Now, you say you're going to be the nastiest offensive lineman in the area?
Yes.
Group of guys?
Yes.
Probably
guys-
everywhere.
Everywhere.
Everywhere. Not anywhere.
State
Everywhere.
of Florida.
So, okay, in the state of Florida. Now, what message do you want to send to your opponents?
I'd say that we're going to come out and we're going to run the ball. We're going to run it way more than we throw it, and they're going to have a hard time stopping it.
I think whenever we come out, we want them to try and play low and match our physicality, and then by the third quarter, they're gonna be asking their coach to come out of the game. They're gonna be trying to cut us. They're not gonna play football anymore. That's how it really goes.
I would just tell them to keep their head on swivel for the most part. Pulling a lot, so.
Like Kale said yesterday at the Do Work Media Day, he said teams are going to stack the box against us, but we're still going to run it down your face. So, we're still going to run the ball even when they stack the box. So, yeah, we're going to run the ball.
I would say one of my favorite things, and our favorite things as a group, is just watching quarter after quarter the love of the game of football and the D-line just fade. They start diving at the ground. They start wanting to leave. And I think as a group we just love to see that love for the game fade.
You know, I like what I'm hearing, and you guys said that you're going to be nasty. You're going to hit people in the face. You're going to run the football. Who is the most trash talker? Who talks the most trash on the offensive line?
Yeah.
I've always said that confidence is key, and you got to talk the talk to walk the walk. And there's people that I'm going to get in their heads all game, and play after play, I'm going to be excited to get after them.
We have something to say. I wasn't reaching for the mic to say I'm the biggest trash talker. I was reaching for the mic so I could say it was Gavin. Because I'm pretty sure, can I rat you out?
All right, it's all good.
I'm pretty sure all year he's been saying, Trent Henderson don't know about me, you know. He's been saying that all year, so we're finna find out.
Okay, who is Trent Henderson?
That's a
Yeah.
great question.
Tell him, Gavin.
That's a great question. I've heard he's a really good D lineman, but they don't know what I bring to the table, and I'm excited for that game, and I'm sure it's gonna be a battle.
Who's he playing?
Pine Forest now.
He was the number one edge rusher last year in the state of Florida, but he played at Catholic. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It's gonna be a good game. It's gonna be fun. I'm excited.
Now, Gavin,
Yes, sir.
you do know that Trent will probably watch this.
Yes, sir.
Man, I felt that one. I just had to pause a little bit and I felt my teeth just crack.
The most.
I'd say the game we look forward to the most is playing Milton. I mean, it's our rival. Play for the bronze, win the bronze, keep it home.
Hmm.
I'd say Tate because as a school, I as a student body president, I just don't like Tate. Like, I hate Tate. But, like, our whole school, like, you know, baseball, football, like, everybody says Milton's our rival, but I think it's Tate. That's what I think.
I'd say for me, I mean, they're not set on our schedule, but I'd say for me, Buolds, if we get to play them in playoffs, I really want to put the score on them. So.
Well, I was gonna say Milton and Tate, but now I think it's probably Catholic just because that's who I lost to last year, and I don't want to lose to them again. And if we play Buolds, it would also be them because we've lost them to 2 years in the past 3 years. We've lost them twice in the playoffs. So Buolds and Catholic, but I was gonna say Tate because last year they decided that they were going to walk across our home sideline and they were going to be disrespectful and try and talk trash to our coaches. And then we beat them like 41-17. And then I want it to be even worse this year. So I would say them.
Y'all said it all.
Like, so the Milton game is a game that everyone puts on their calendar. When I first moved to the area, that was a big game. Milton Pace. We do know that Milton had a challenging season last year, but with a new head coach, skilled players like, you know what I'm saying, KD and different players like that, Agore, they're going to be much better. I think they're going to be much better, and they're going to be out for blood. What do you guys got to say about that? I mean,
I'd say that as a team, we're not entitled. I mean, we won the district last year, but we still got to earn every win this year. Just because we won last year doesn't mean we're not going to prepare just as hard. We're going to prepare as hard as we can for every game, and we're going to be ready to play.
okay. All right, gentlemen, we're going to get ready to wrap this thing up. But before we go, you guys didn't get here by chance, okay? There were some people that's in your life that sacrificed a lot so that you could be sitting right here doing what you love. Whoever that person is, look into the camera and just let them know how much you appreciate them for all the hard work and all the sacrifice they've done to give you a life where you can enjoy the best game ever played on this soil. Take your time, one at a time, and tell them.
I'll go first. I'll say thank you to my parents, my mom and dad. Without them, I wouldn't be here. Definitely not. My mom's driven me to camps every summer to go get exposed to colleges. My dad's worked multiple jobs to pay for that. He's always coached me. He's always given me pointers and tips and helping me get better. So without both of them, I definitely wouldn't be where I am today.
I'm definitely going to say my mom and my dad and my family as a whole, they've been nothing but supportive my entire time that I've been playing football, which is 8 years at this point. They've driven me to every practice. They've bought me every chin strap, every mouthpiece I've ever needed. And they've just been the best parents I could ever ask for, and I'm so thankful.
I'm definitely going to say my parents. My mom, she helps me with everything. Like, some days I'll forget my lunchbox at home, and she'll have to bring it to school, and she always does. And then after games, me and my dad will watch film. We'll stay up till like 1 in the morning watching film. You know, he's provided for me. He's let me do some experiences that most people might not get to do. Yeah, but definitely my parents.
I would say my parents too. My mom driving me camps during the summer and just driving me practice and being there for me. And then my dad, driving me and pushing me to be better every day.
I actually think there's a bunch of people. I'm going to say my mom and dad for sure, for all those reasons. And then I'll probably have to say my aunts and uncles and my grandparents, because whenever my mom and dad weren't there and they were there for other things like my sister or other matters, and they were there for me. And then I'll say whenever I transferred here, because I said I came from Jay, it has to be some of these guys too, because I came in here and I didn't know anybody. I wasn't friends with any of them. And then the first day, Grant was like, "Are you the dude from Jay?" And I was like, "Yeah." And then the next day I was at one of their houses in the swimming pool. My mom was in a group chat, so I'll say the community for sure, and then also God for sure.
I was going to say that.
My name is Lonnie Bennett Jr. This has been Real Talk. I've enjoyed the Pace offensive lineman. You guys have been candid. And maybe we can do this again, maybe mid-season or on your way to the championship. What you guys say?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Can I count on you guys to interview you guys?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
All right. Hey, this has been Real Talk, and we talk real.
Yeah, it's the falls. Come from East Middle with it. coffee, you know what I'm saying? Come sit down, come have a nice conversation. See where we can go. It's real talk. You say you love her, I know. My people struggle, I know. We need to huddle, I know. Not kill each other, real talk. No, I ain't stutter, I know. Don't need rebuttal, I know. It's way too gutter, I know. The youth in trouble, real talk. You say you love her, I know. My people struggle, I know. We need to huddle, I know. Not kill each other, real talk. No, I ain't stutter, I know. Don't need rebuttal, I know. It's way too gutter, I know. The youth in trouble, real talk. The sun shine down on me daily, showing the blessings the Father gave me. You know I won't dim it so you can see what I mean. And yeah, you might call me crazy just cause you cannot persuade me to hate someone because we not on the same team. Respect ain't owe when they pay it. It's cause through all of the many phases I never changed a letter, put pain in between. A heart of gold but no payment. Whatever happens is demonstrating abandonment of loving me knowing I'm king. You say you love her, I know. My people struggle, I know. We need to huddle,